Welcome everyone. I am Samson, the founder of CarryAI. CarryAI is an AI company specialized in computer vision, enabling the computer to see and understand the world around us, and teach the computer how to think and act according to our goals and needs. Today, we're going to cover one of the most important applications, pose recognition. So what does CarryAI do in the medical field? CarryAI, which we specialize in computer vision, we do mask detection, human counting, human pose detection, and fall detection. So how does this pose recognition work? This pose recognition works using deep learning, one of the most important aspects in AI. It's able to reconstruct your whole body into 18 points in skeleton. It has high accuracy in detecting of the actual body states. And it's also able to detect multiple humans at the same time. So each body will be divided into the head area, the upper body, and the lower body. So by comparing different states, by comparing the different points in the space-time continuum, we'll be able to know what the detection is doing. So this is an example. Okay, this is showing multiple exercise. And if you look into this picture, this all pose very differently, and some of them are not in perfect focus. Even still, the AI is able to detect its pose accurately. CUHK has recently also announced that they have done an example using very similar technology. They call it the AR rehab system. So it's also one of the telemedicine applications. So patients and therapists can chat real time, and the therapist is able to see how the patient is doing exercise from a rehabilitation point of view. So the therapist will ask the patients to raise their hand, and if the patient is not able to raise that high, the AI system will be able to tell the angle and the height that the patient has been raising. So the therapist will be able to use this information to give advice for the patients. So pose recognition. So what are the actual potential applications? So right now, we are also having a project under discussion with the HA. So what we want to do is we want to prevent fall before it happens. So what it does, is when a patient is trying to stand up. So before the patient stands up, he will sit down in the bed, and when he sits down, and also there is a chance when he's gonna stand up, the AI computer will automatically sense that he's been doing this sit down pose and he's going to stand up. So before he really puts his foot on the floor, the computers already are able to send the alerts. Apart from preventing fall detection is also a very important area. Fall detection is very useful for people with chronic illnesses, elderly people, or anyone who is at risk of falling, or there is some form of dementia. So we know when someone falls the first time, it's very likely that he would fall the second time or third time. So by this system, when someone falls, then an alert could be created in real time. So the family members will be able to get alerted, and in emergency situations, emergencies could be sent to police department so that immediate help could be given and minimize the risk of further injuries. It might sound like this technology is very new, and it might sound that it's very expensive. On the other hand, we used to have this kind of technology quite some time ago, but we need cloud computing and internet previously. But nowadays, our implementation, we use a portable and small device. We call it NVIDIA Jetson Nano. And the camera is connected directly with this little device here, which is portable and small. So the new innovation allows us to not record any video. So we don't have to send any video across the internet. So we're avoiding some privacy issues. And best of all, even it can work without internet and without the network. Under the COVID-19 pandemic, we all know health workers were quite limited, and we don't have enough health workers. Traditionally, we use a lot of transfer aids to help patients to move from one area to another area, or sometimes help them to move to the toilet. In reality, we find that there are not enough health workers, so moving patients is quite a headache. And we have built a AI robotic chair. We call it Senian Robotic AI Chair. It's a self-empowering device. It helps users from the very first moment that they move out of the bed. So it also helps users to go to toilet independently. It's able to move in narrow corridors. So in normal homes, especially in cases in Hong Kong, their users is able to sit on the chair and then go to the toilet independently without the help of others. And also the chair can raise the body of the users. Let me show you the video. Oops. So right now, the robotic chair is moving sideways. Right now, it's rotating on the spot. So this is one of the things that most wheelchairs can't do. Now we're simulating the situation when a user needs to go to the toilet. The chair raises itself up, create an opening on the bottom, and then he can use the toilet. And also, when you sit down on the chair, you can release your back pressure. So this is the example of moving to the bed or moving from the bed. Now this is the AI area where the user can just raise their hand and the wheelchair will automatically goes to the user. And there is also collision avoidance for common household usage. And that's the controller so that the user can control the chair. Another piece of technology that we're going to put into the robotic chair is called the vital signal monitoring. It's using millimeter wave technology. So how it works by capturing and detecting the reflected signal of like radar. So it's a contactless continuous monitoring solution. It can record heart rate and breath rates. So it's able to minimize the spread of virus by minimizing touch points and contacts. So we understand that there is a lot of tracking devices out there existing. However, users feel it's quite uncomfortable and users might forget to do monitoring or tracking. But what we want to do is that we want to put this kind of monitoring into our AI robotic chair. So whenever the user is sitting down on the AI robotic chair, the system is able to automatically detect and record such information. And then later on, this information can be passed to doctors for diagnosis. So what we hope, what we need right now is some of these test cases put into real situation, and we can help more and more people.